Welcome to Climbing Clouds. I'm just clearing the air here and getting into the pick a card for shadow and light work. Now we were doing the both together as a reading is what I had done for the most recent reading. If you get a chance to check that out, it's a wonderful pre-draw to this drawing tonight. And I had some cards that I did want to share that I just drew to kind of get this going for this reading. Here is a really great rendition of the shadow and light work depicted in two cats. So we've got shadow and light, and it's called Differences. This card is number 36, which equals a 9, which is completion. So there's a feeling of completion with doing this reading. I just want to say that right away. And I'm showing you this card to just kind of give you a visual to go by. You're going to be picking, as the viewer, you can pick both piles if you like, but they each are going to have a different reading. So the pile 1 is the shadow over here with the obsidian dragon. Okay, that's pile 1. Pile 1 reading. Pile 2, there's a lucite, quartzite, white owl stone for light work. So shadow work or light work, whichever one you're resonating with right now. They're both equal in merit and standing, so that there's not one that's better than the other. They're just different focuses for the creative collective. To reiterate, this was the central theme of the pre-draw. It was honesty and integrity, and to me this really encapsulated the shadow and light being merged together, which is how we started the last reading. It was the reading of both of them merged, and now we're looking at them separately into two different readings. And then just as a further message, this came up: letting go, detachment, and the butterflies. So lots of change and letting go. All right, let's get into, we're going to start with pile number 1. If you picked pile number 1, you have the obsidian dragon. Obsidian is a wonderful stone that is a protector. It's a protection stone. So there's a feeling of peace and protection with this shadow journey here. I want to look into, I've got 2 decks for each of the drawings. We're going to start with the Night Goddess Tarot deck. And we're going to draw a few cards from there. What's going on for pile number 1 with the shadow work? What does the creative collective need to be aware of with this shadow work? Okay. This is 8 of Cups. So this is walking away from anything toxic in your life. This is part of your shadow work. We've got the element of cups coming into play. This is your emotions and being true to your emotional wisdom. In saying that, we have the mystic is coming through. Into the mystic. So this might be a time that you're extremely intuitive right now as you embark on this shadow journey, and you're being very truthful with yourself for you to want to walk away from emotional baggage, emotional ties with others that doesn't serve you. I see this as you making that firm decision to be true to your own path and putting that first. And this is not putting up with anything that drags you down emotionally. That's what you're being truthful about. This is the shadow work, because why? Why is this in a shadow work? Shadow work refers to work that is kind of done behind the scenes and in secret. So it's more, behind closed doors. It's more personal. It's more between you, yourself. It's not the same as light work. Light work is generally connecting with others to do the work, whereas shadow work is more of looking at maybe things that you've uncovered and haven't looked at in a while. It's hidden. Part of it is hidden, and it's usually more private. So we've got the Five of Pentacles and the Princess of Cups. Again, the element of water. But the Five of Pentacles is speaking to feeling left out in the cold. And this could be why you're doing this shadow work to begin with. It's what's motivating you. Perhaps you don't feel connected like you would like to. Because we have here, the Princess of Cups is all about connection on an emotional, playful level. And this is what you're trying to get to. You're trying to take action on being emotionally happy and having your inner child be buoyant and happy. And for some reason, you're feeling out in the cold and like you need to walk away from some things that are just not serving you emotionally. This is your shadow work at play, speaking to you from an emotional, truthful perspective. What else is going on? Got this card coming out. Yeah, the High Priestess. So this is a time for you to go inward, to really tap into your wisdom. You have a lot of wisdom that is trying to direct you, and it's important that you listen to that. This might be a time too that you, here it is. It's just reaffirming. You're walking away from what doesn't. So again, the Eight of Cups. Okay, and again, the Swords. So these are just reoccurring messages of the same message. So it just confirms to me that this is a time of being truthful about what emotionally serves you and being willing to let go of relationships, people, places, and things that just don't suit you. So it's a willing of letting go. All right, I'm going to draw from 2 oracle decks. As well as another tarot deck. I've got a tarot deck in between the 2 messages. So this right now is not from a tarot deck, but I wanted to look at what's going on for you for this shadow journey that you're embarking on. It's not always easy to cut ties with others. It's telling you this journey. The advice that I'm getting for you is to meditate, and how important meditation is for you right now. That'll directly connect you with your High Priestess energy, because it is giving yourself the time and the space to really hear what it is that your body wants to tell you, what it is that your higher mind wants to say to you. We have here complicated, and again, the High Priestess. This is the High Priestess of fire. Wow. So you might be dealing with some complex issues right now that are really directly related to your fiery side. You might have some anger issues coming out that you're dealing with, that you're confronting. Forbidden. The Forbidden card is coming up. So you might feel like you're having some emotions that you've maybe never allowed yourself to feel. And this is a huge breakthrough. For this to emerge, that it could feel very taboo for you to tap into. Let's see what kind of messages we have on that, like this shadow journey and what you need to tap into to disconnect from. What do you need to know? What's some spiritual advice right now that would help you with this? Because you're probably uncovering some really uncomfortable emotions in order to detach. And some of these feel like ones that you might not even allow yourself to feel in general. Okay. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. Wow. What are your wishes right now? What do you wish for? Maybe you can make a list. What do you dare wish for? I'm going to draw 3 messages and then a few more tarot, and then we'll be done. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So we're going from shadow to light in this message. And perhaps this is a rebirth for you in cutting certain ties and facing some emotional truths. And it will feel like your shadow journey, when you do that, when you go through that soul's journey in the dark, it can feel very overwhelming sometimes. You might feel like you're going to be very introverted for a while. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Yeah, so just remember that you're not alone. It can feel very isolating when you're doing shadow work. But it's necessary. It's necessary to have that time to yourself, because sometimes the work that we do is the most crucial in that time and space. It's like a cocoon, basically. I think it's very interesting that we had the butterflies as a symbol for both sides, for both drawing 1 and drawing 2, because I see pile 1, as the cocoon, and then maybe pile 2 as the butterfly. That is the difference between shadow and light work. The shadow work is the cocoon stage. So it's a time of going inward and healing the subconscious, the deeper subliminal messages, the parts of you that you've maybe have kind of hidden for a long time. Like maybe you're going to be processing emotions and memories that you haven't dealt with in a while. And that's totally normal for this shadow work, for the cocoon stage. Okay, so this wants to come out. This confirms everything to me. We've got the High Priestess again. Definitely in your High Priestess vibe for this reading, for those who are connecting with the shadow side and the cocoon and doing the shadow work. You're in your High Priestess, very wise. Your third eye is probably opening up and you might have really vivid dreams right now. It's also important for you to have long periods of silence to really tap in. You're having a lot of endings right now, a lot of coming to the end of ideas, saying goodbye to those things in your life that just don't serve you, people, places, things, letting things go, maybe donating items, maybe wrapping up a lot of loose ends right now. And then we have the Queen of Wands. And again, it was that fiery energy. So I see this directly as a message to do what it is that you're passionate about and feel confident about, because you might have a lot of insecurities right now in dealing with the shadow, but it's leading you to deeper truths, deeper understandings, and maybe new passions as well in your life. You will be celebrating soon. Yeah, I think you're walking away from things that just energy vampires, people that take from you and maybe don't give anything, you know, take but don't give. You're done with that. You're done having to steal your joy. When I see these together, I see this as almost like you having to lead a double life in order to be happy. It's almost like part of you feels like a connection with yourself has been robbed because you've given so much to other things that have been really distractions for you. So it's time to uncover that and let those things go. This is a sense of victory and building passionately, the Three of Wands. This will enable you to collaborate better with others if you can face this shadow work ahead of you. It's really important for you to do that right now. So I want to end with one more message, and then that will be the wrap up for pile 1. What is the last message for pile 1? The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. This is really high vibing. This is a hummingbird. What a beautiful ending to this message. Hummingbirds are good luck and very high vibrational birds, and they symbolize a lightness of heart, a lightness of mind. And so I think that you're really letting go of a lot of heaviness that's been holding you back for a long time. And as you do this, you're going to have a lot more energy in your life for the happier things. Okay, so that's it for pile 1. Thank you. All the best on your shadow journey ahead. Okay, now it's time for pile number 2. I have here a quartzite owl. It's just a really nice, solid, smooth stone. Clarity of mind, clarity of vision. What wants to come out for the light work for pile number 2? What is the message for the light work to the creative collective? I'm drawing from Mystical Moments deck. I've got the 3 of Pentacles and the Magician. Wow. And so notice that there's a swan here with her. The swan is very symbolic of soulmate energy. The Magician, and here we have a white butterfly and what looks like to be a birthday hat on the Magician. So I do see this as a rebirth period as well, but this is in the butterfly stage with the light work. You've already done your shadow work if you are connecting with this side of the reading. And we have here the 3 of Pentacles. You are probably starting to collaborate with new people in your life, new opportunities, new directions, new connections. And we have here these birds. They're looking in 2 different directions. This is a very exciting and dynamic time for you. And you have already done your shadow work for you to be connecting with this side of the reading, with the light work. This is the 5 of Swords. So you might have had some conflict that you've had to overcome with some people, or with energies, or just with even yourself. Why is this card coming out? Let's look into that. I'm actually going to draw from this bigger tarot deck here. Let me shuffle the cards. Why is the creative collective looking at past strife? Why is this coming through for the light energy? Okay, I think this has something to do with how you earn a living. So you're overcoming that and forging ahead, becoming the Queen of Pentacles. How great. So you are coming into your own, as they say. And despite any type of conflict that you've had to overcome with others or with yourself, it's not going to hold you back. You are building something very solid here. This is the Queen of Pentacles, and she's very generous as well. So you're not only building for yourself, but you're also giving back to the community and to those you love. That's beautiful. And here we have the World. This just signifies further this brand new doorway that's opening up. It's very expansive. How wonderful. Do you see here? This is the lion is over here. That stands for strength and the Leo energy. And then we have this Taurus energy over here. Solid, grounded energy, walking into a new chapter. This hawk that can oversee long distances, having foresight, strategy, seeing ahead. And then we have here like a mercurial type of energy. So a good time for communication as you move into a whole new chapter. And just as I said that, this is the card of communication. It just came up. So the Eight of Wands, it's all about communication. That's exactly what I was feeling. So it is a time for you to be dynamic in your communication. You have Empress energy that you're embodying right now. How beautiful. In the past, this was coming up as a reminder, you had to change your perspective about a lot of things. Like I said, you had already gone through your shadow work. You've already walked away from those that didn't serve you, people, places, and things that were holding you back emotionally. And you had taken the time to get a new perspective. And what this did is this put you into your Empress energy, which is so nurturing, abundant. You're attracting to you what you need. You are safe from toxic people. This is the devil, comes up as obsessive energy. This is the Six of Swords. This is you getting to a place of peace despite any toxic people or any toxic elements that you've had to overcome that might even still be there trying to disturb your peace. It doesn't matter. You are bound to get to your place of peace. You're already en route, is what this is showing me. If that's not going to stop you, you are moving toward your place of peace. You might get burned out sometime. I've got the Ten of Wands here that can speak to burnout, working really hard, but you're achieving your wishes right now. You're achieving what it is that you feel you deserve. And this is the Nine of Cups. It's the wish card, the wishing card. It's a good time to write down what it is that you want to manifest, especially since you had the Magician as your front card. Remember, because you had this card. This is the ability to manifest what it is that you want. So as they say, be careful what you wish for, because you are making it happen right now. You're actually creating that. Wow, okay, how beautiful. I've got the Four of Wands coming through. This is a time to celebrate. It's a time of union with possibly your soulmate. This is just a beautiful celebration, solid. The Four of Wands is a very solid card. Again, the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, again, is just clarifying that you're standing your ground despite the strife. This is coming through again as well. And so is the Hangman. You've had a lot to overcome to change your perspective. We've got the Hangman, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. This is you standing your ground despite any type of deterring energy. Anything that has been in your way, has gone against you, that you've had to deal as an obstacle. You have remained as truthful, like the Queen of Swords, and you're able to cut away that which is distracting you or serving as an obstacle. You don't have time for it. You don't give it the time. And that's how you've been able to move into your Empress energy, into your light work. You're a light worker. You're able to stay focused on the light. That's what that means. You're ready to do your light work. It takes a lot of work to get to experience the light work side. Okay? So I'm going to draw now a message to wrap up this reading for the light work side. Thank you so much for all the likes and subscribes. Oh, again, this came through from the first reading as the pre-draw. This is through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace on the world. Let's read a few more beyond this. I choose to learn through love. Yes, this is always a choice. Love is always a choice. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. You're learning to have faith. My energy creates my reality, and what I focus on is what I will manifest. It's exactly what I've been saying through this reading with you in that Magician energy and the Empress energy. So it's a really good time right now to be clear about what it is that you're manifesting. And this just kind of says it again in a different way. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. Yes, definitely. All right, so that's it for the light work side, pile 2. The stones that I've used, I have a bunch of rose quartz that are here in the reading, as well as I have some aquamarine, peridot. I'll list all the stones here. I have tiger's eye, amethyst, chalcedony, clear quartz. Those are the stones that have been used in this reading. And so thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And be good to yourself, no matter what you're working on right now. If it's your shadow work or your light work, just keep doing your work and know that you deserve the very best.